What's going on, guys? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm a little under the weather today, so hopefully I'll be able to talk enough to make this entertaining and to be loud enough so you guys can hear me. I'm trying out a different wireless mic, so hopefully this goes good. But what I've gotten out is my Marlin Glenfield Model 60. And this gun is kind of a turd, but I think like one of the rules for life is I think that every person, every American should own at least one Marlin 60. So I've not gotten rid of this one. It has the squirrel stock, which is my favorite stock of this era. This is like a mid-80s gun. And the Glenfield models were a little bit cheaper. So it's just not a very accurate gun, or at least I haven't found the ammo that this thing likes. But I took it apart a few months ago and noticed that the recoil spring was kinked, and ordered a recoil spring, and I lost that recoil spring. So it just sat on my workbench for a few months. I got tired of looking at it and took it to my gunsmith after I cleaned it really well, cleaned the barrel really well. Took it to the gunsmith, and he went through it and put it back together for me with a new recoil spring. And I put he put like an Uncle Mike's sling kit on there. I'm gonna have to tighten this up just a little bit, but I've got a nice leather sling for it. But basically this is just an old rimfire rifle. And what I just loaded in there was standard velocity, CCI standard velocity. That's the two ammos that I'm trying this morning. I've got a target out at about 25 yards. It's not far. I've tried Winchester X yesterday, some Aguila target. The Aguila target did good, but it wouldn't sock with the bolt. But I've put the Simmons 3x9x32 8-point scope on there off of my 1022 squirrel gun. It's getting a little bit of an upgrade, so I put that scope on here. I've got some Burris rings, and I was going to put a peep sight on this thing because it's just not very accurate. It would be fun to have like a 20-yard plinking gun offhand. I've got some silhouette targets that I don't use much. I was going to have a tube gun with a peep sight because there's like a shooting group that's what they all shoot. But I called my gunsmith, told him that I want the peep sight, and when I went and picked it up, the bill was a lot cheaper than I thought. When I looked at my gun, it didn't have the peep sight. So I'm hoping that I didn't call my daughter's school and tell them that I wanted a peep sight on my Marlin 60 or my Glenfield 60. But I'm really just testing to see if this thing will like some kind of ammo and I can get some kind of group out of this thing. It's kind of a frustrating rifle. But let's see what kind of group I can pull off. This is CCI standard again. This is about 25 yards. I'm not 100% sure on that because I'm in between shooting bags also. But I'm really just wanting to get this thing dialed in so that I can switch it out with another gun in the gun safe. And next year when I go to hunt with this thing, it's ready to go. So 25 yards, CCI standard. I've got a wicked glare. Oh, that ain't doing so bad. Should be it. All right, that actually, I mean, I got a wicked glare through this cheap scope, but that looks like they were all in that little black dot that I had drawn on there. I'm gonna go check that out real quick, just to be sure. I've got some mini mags too, but we may not even need to mess with mini mags. These are at, I don't know if I can even say that. I don't understand the rules on YouTube, but these are at, let's say, Schmidway USA for 8 cents a round. So, well, I think this thing like CCI standard, that's what I was talking about being 8 cents a round. Let's shoot like 5 of these mini mags in there. They're quite a bit hotter than CCI standard. I think CCI standard is probably the best 22 ammunition available. Just me personally, for somebody who's shooting older stuff and it's affordable, they make a hollow point version of it called subsonic. I think hollow point is basically the same thing, just a little less accurate, but that's the way hollow points tend to be. Anytime you're using a Marlin 60 like this, or any old Marlin with a tube mag, be careful. And of course, I'm shooting a firearm, so I've got ear pro in. Make sure you're wearing eye pro. But before you put your hand in front of that muzzle, make sure there's nothing in the gun. Make sure your weapon's on safe. Okay. Safety speech out of the way. Let's do 5 of the mini mag and just see what the difference is. Again, this is about 25 yards, not a far distance at all. Man, that's a heck of a glare. That one sounded different. That one sounded different. Yep, we're gonna stick with CCI standard. I have never had good luck with CCI mini mags. I know people swear by it, but not me. So let's shoot some cans and some stuff at 50 yards with that CCI standard. With a 25-yard zero, I'm not sure, I don't have my phone with me to look at my ballistics at, but I think it's about 1.5 inches low at 50 yards from 25 yards. I'm not 100% sure. Normally I zero at about 30 to 33, and that's just so that I can use the gun out to about 60 yards without thinking about it too much. But yeah, I'm gonna go set up my targets and I'll be right back. So I actually prefer tube mags. When I was growing up, me and all my buddies had different kinds of rifles and stuff. And I had or still have it, but got a Marlin bolt action synthetic stock with a tube mag. And it was like a gun you could get from Sports Authority back in the day. I can't remember the model number. Anyway, it's one of my favorite guns, for me not to be able to remember the model number, but yeah, they would always kind of make fun of me for having a tube mag because it's kind of old-timey and stuff, but rarely out of a tube mag do you have, especially in a bolt action, do you have any problems. I dropped one on the ground here. But rarely from a tube mag, especially with a bolt action, do you have any problems at all. And with a tube mag and a bolt action, I can load, I used to when I squirrel hunted a lot when I was young, 4 kids, you could load different types of ammo into the same magazine. And it's just fun to do. It doesn't make any sense to hunt like that, but I would load up like a short or 2 and then load up. It was just fun to do as a kid. My point of impact was going all over the place, and I missed many squirrels doing stuff like that. But as long as it will feed, you can shoot all kinds of different ammo. Or as long as it'll fit in there, you can shoot all kinds of different ammo through a tube mag bolt action. But I'll quit talking about that. But I like tube magazines a lot. I wish that they would make new ones like that. Okay, I've got 2 rows of stuff down there. 0 wind today, beautiful day, so don't have to hold off or anything like that. I'm going to start with that skinny Celsius can. I'm aiming at the very top, so let's see where that hits. So just a little bit low. I'm gonna aim over that bottle cap and try to hit that chocolate milk bottle right on the top. Yeah, so about 1.5 inches. I'm gonna try to knock that first can off. There we go. So I've got my little 2-inch steel piece. It's just to the left of that green can right there. I'm gonna aim just over it. There we go. Let's shoot that can. Nice, I've got a squirrel down there that I need to paint. I'm just aiming right over its head. Do a headshot on it. Okay, now bottom row. I'm going to shoot at the very top of that barcode. I'm going to try to knock that can off, try to pop it up a little bit. No, it hit where I was aiming though, or where I was expecting it to hit. Let's knock that can off. Next can over, it's kind of mangled. That was a good one. Let's shoot T-Rex in the head. And we'll go to that can. And our orange can to the right. So I'm not sure how many I got left. I'm just gonna shoot T-Rex again in the head. And let's shoot our 2-inch. That was it. So CCI standard is the ammo that this thing likes. I'm gonna have to get some painter's tape. Wipe this thing down, bore snake it. I try not to clean Marlin 60s too much. I try not to take them apart because they don't run much different, really dirty than super clean. So as long as you keep the bore kind of clean on these micro groove barrels and don't have any kind of high velocity ammo copper foul in the micro grooves, they normally do pretty good. So I'm glad that CCI standard shot through there so well. Yeah, I'm excited for this gun to be dialed in. But I'll be putting it back in the safe and getting out a couple more 22s. So I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope it's as nice where you live as it is here today. I hope you're not feeling as crummy as I am today, but I'm still grateful to get out and shoot when I can. I'll see you guys later.